Hello again. It's time for another short video update. I'll start out with ministry information. Sunday night, well, let's start with Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I taught an English Sunday school class, adult English Sunday school class with Zoom. Gwen's getting really good at that. We sit here with our laptops side by side, and she shares all the verses with hers, and then I focus on teaching, and we got a pretty good rhythm going there. Actually, on Saturday, we record the Sunday school lesson for those who can't be there in person on Zoom. And so we go through the whole thing on Saturday, recording it, and then we do the whole thing live on Sunday. So that was Sunday morning. Sunday night, I preached the first part of a 5-part series on what to do while you're waiting on the Lord. And the first part was seeking the kingdom of God out of Matthew 6, verse 33. Enjoyed preaching that, and had a lot of good responses from that, so that was encouraging. Again, that was all on Zoom as well. Then Monday and Tuesday had some meetings. Wednesday had our prayer meeting. Thursday had our youth meeting. Friday morning had our men's Bible study from 10 to 12. Saturday at 2 have a leadership meeting of the Pakistani workers in the Pakistani ministry. Also, 1 to 4 every day, Monday through Friday, I was on Zoom learning Thai to keep my visa active as an education visa. So that's kind of our rundown of ministry stuff. Other than that, there's an amazing amount of texting and WhatsApp and Line app and some other apps here just communicating with people.
At all hours of the day and night.
Yeah, they stay up late. So got a haircut. All the boys got haircuts. And trust me, that was a blessing. And a few other odds and ends, but that's kind of a rundown of the ministry. So what do we have like family stuff?
Well, Cynthia went back to college last week, and she starts her classes on Monday, and she was able to take a vehicle to school this year, and so we're thankful that she was able to follow her boyfriend and his mom up to school. So we are very appreciative to the Quick family for watching out over her while getting her back to school. And then my parents met up with her as they had been storing all of her stuff. So she got to spend a couple of days with them. So we're just thankful for both sets of grandparents. One set kept her during the summer, and one set's gotten her back into school. So that's been a tremendous blessing with us not being able to be there, and everything went smoothly. And then this week also, William had a birthday, turned 12, and there was no cake, there were no candles. But he got his favorite dessert and his favorite meal, and we were able to order some stuff online and surprise him with some presents he wasn't expecting. So he had a good day.
He did have a good day.
And he got to talk to his best friend on video call back in the States. So he had a wonderful day.
Yes, he did. And someone else in the family had a not so wonderful day. I went down to our language school on Thursday to pay for my next course and for Lee, because we're both here on education visas, and in the process of trying to get the rest of my family, Gwen and the other 3 boys, to get a visa where they are under mine as a what's called a following visa, so that I could have an education visa and they could just be here following me. However, I found out on Wednesday that because my school is a private language school and not a public university, the government is not going to allow us to do that, which means that October 22nd, Gwen's tourist visa expires, along with all of the other 3 of the boys. And so she's going to have to change her visa to an education visa, which is the only other visa that's available except for a hardship visa, which she could get if she was pregnant.
It's not happening.
So we're going with the ED visa instead. And
Andrew will also have to do the same thing.
Andrew will have to.
There will be 2 of us starting this.
What this means is that besides the expense and the fact that she's going to have to spend now, besides all the other stuff she's doing, 15 hours a week in front of the laptop in a Thai class, we have that expense and the time of it all. And because we're trying to get her visa as following, our visas are now off sequence, which means that I'm going to have to be doing education visa runs to the immigration department, back to the language school, back to the immigration department every 60 days. And besides all of that, then I'll have to be taking her to go do all of the same things as well. So it's just an enormous time-consuming financial issue that we're going to have to endure. But Gwen's a trooper. She's handling it in stride. Trust me, it's like getting, stabbed in the neck with a fork. It's not something you really want to do.
And William and Caleb are just going to be illegal until we leave, once their visa runs out in October.
It sounds worse than what it really is, okay? So if you are under the age of 18 and you overstay your visa and you're here without a visa legally, the government cannot fine you, they cannot detain you because you're a minor. And so we normally keep all visas active even if we have to pay for them. Even when they were babies, we did that. But we are facing a situation now where, as of October 22nd, we either go back to America or the two youngest ones are going to overstay their visas. My other option would be to put them in a private school or the public Thai school system. And we're not going to do that. We're homeschooling our kids. So,
of which all of that is online as well at the moment.
And so, and private schools here are ridiculously expensive. It would cost thousands of dollars just to get William and Caleb into a private school online. So because of all of that, that's what we're doing visa-wise, and it's going to be like that. It's going to be hurdles, We're just doing what we can to kick the can down the road and stay here as long as we can and outlast this COVID situation. So why don't you give us the COVID update?
Well, the case numbers seem to be falling off by the day, which is a good thing. That also means they're probably not going to extend the COVID visa, which, that would have been really nice because then Andrew and I wouldn't have to go to school. But that would also mean COVID was still bad in the country. But they have announced that next Wednesday they will open restaurants and businesses. There's a list of things. However, you will only be able to go in them if you can prove you are fully vaccinated or you have taken a COVID test in the last week. So there's still some question in the air as to how grocery stores fall under that, and even the 7-Eleven. So they've also said that you would be able to meet in groups of up to 25. So we're not really sure how that whole vaccine thing will affect even going to church at this point. So just a lot of prayer on navigating all of this new stuff and not feel like maybe we're still under more of a lockdown than we have been in the last couple of months. So the kids were excited about maybe getting to go to the park, but it seems like the park is going to also be the same way. You have to be vaccinated. So we may start doing weekly tests so we can do things.
Yeah, that's true. So prayer requests. Pray for our ministry. It continues to grow on Zoom. We continue to have more people joining our meetings, and just pray that will continue to go well. And the Lord will continue to bless in that area. Pray for our visas, that we'll be able to continue to kick the can down the road and do what we need to do to stay here legally. And then we have a praise.
Yes, we have discovered that our microwave will work one time if we unplug it and plug it back in. So we are unplugging and plugging the microwave back in every day to use it.
Yeah, appliance stores are closed. We can't buy a microwave right now. So we could probably purchase one online and have it shipped to us. But we just unplug it, plug it back in. It works fine. Now you can't set it for 2 minutes.
No, we have to we set it for like
an hour.
An hour or
45
so,
minutes.
and then let it run down.
And just run till it's hot. And that thing's lasted 8 years. We shouldn't, we're not complaining. It's lasted a long time. I'd have broke down by now too. So I think that's about it then for this week. Thank you all for praying for us. Thank you for your faithful support that's helping to keep us here. And we'll make another video for you next week. And until then, God bless you.